Hello, welcome back. So have you ever wondered how you can solve a decimal problem like this? Well, today we will be learning about decimals and how you can solve a decimal problem. What makes this problem tricky that you see over here, 84.8, is the fact that there are 3 digits on this decimal. However, that doesn't mean that the total number of numbers separated by the dot, or referred to as and in decimal problems, or when it comes to decimals. Anyways, that doesn't mean that it's like in the hundreds place. And let me tell you why. In the hint over here down, sorry if the writing is bad or small or big, but in the hint we see it says decimals are like a reverse number with a whole number and dot, or like I said earlier, what we would refer to as and. Whole number may vary. The whole number is also the ones place. So the ones place over here seems to have 2 digits, but that doesn't mean it's 100. So whenever you see two numbers being separated by an and, or a dot, then that means it's a tenth. So that's all I can, so that's what we can remember. And if there is another number in the right side, if there's another number, that makes it hundreds. So now that we know that this number is a tenth, we know that the answer is A, 84 and 8 tenths. Now that we have finished that problem, let's continue. So here we have 3 and 8 hundredths and 3 and 8 tenths, I believe, because there's the two numbers. Yeah. So now we are told to no instructions again, but here we need to round. Not round, but we have to what's that word? We need to find out which one is higher or little. Now, be ready to be shocked because the answer is actually 3 and 8 tenths. And I will tell you why. Because there's supposed to be a 0 over here, which is not included because that's not important. And that is the reason why it's bigger. So if you try subtracting 3 and 8 tenths with a 0, with this other one, you will get an answer that you will get a positive number answer. So now let's vote. Now let's let's figure out if these other numbers below here are greater or less than. By the way, no matter if the number is like 3 and 9 hundredths, or should I say that's tenths, I'll check later, this number is still bigger. So here we have 0 and 72 hundredths, and then we have 1,000. Now we need to check which one is bigger. And you're probably guessing that 0 and 79 is bigger. But let's do it, and I'll show you why. Now I actually forgot to tell you while we were comparing in the first problem that if there is a 0 over here, then that means the number is already lower. The 0 should be placed on a number that is on the right side. And that is how you can subtract numbers that have two numbers separated by the dot or the and, making it a tenths. So just remember that. Now, for this problem, 0.72 and 0 and 72 hundredths and 0 and 734 thousandths. Again, we should put a 0 over here. Now let's go and subtract the number and see which one is bigger. So we have 0.734, right? And now we have 0.72. Now let's put the 0, the imaginary 0, and let's subtract it. 4 minus 0 is 4, 3 minus 2 is 1, 7 minus 7 is 0, and 0 minus 0 is 0. Don't forget to put the dot. Now, aside from solving it through a fraction pi, we can also do the subtraction when it is 4 decimals. So if you have taken research before, you might notice the fact that the fraction, when you are converting these decimals to a fraction, it might appear confusing at first, but try subtracting it. Now, if we subtract 0 and 734 thousandths and 0 and 72 hundredths, you're most likely going to get this result. 0 minus 4 equals negative 4. Or you're gonna have to, regroup this. But as you keep regrouping, sorry about that. But as you keep regrouping, you change that, you're gonna have to regroup another number. Just keep regrouping, and then you're going to get you're going to have to regroup 0. And then, of course, we know that's a 9. Actually, the last number isn't supposed to get regrouped. So you're most likely gonna have to get a negative answer instead. And of course, that must be 0 and 14 hundredths. Correct me if mistaken. But anyways, that's how you can solve a decimal and to not get tricked. Now, how do we solve this problem over here? Well, all we do is subtract. So here we have our imaginary 0 again. Let's just change that. 10 minus 4 is 6. 9 minus, actually that's 8. 8 minus 3 is 5. 7 minus 7 is 0. And 0 minus 0 is 0. So we get 0 and 56 thousandths. All you have to do is count how many digits are in the decimal. And don't get confused if the whole number or the ones place has another digit. Sometimes it's not 0. And now we just put the I believe that was the greater than sign. So if we subtract this number with this number, you're most likely going to get, again, a negative answer. So, hold on. So, once again, I thank God that He helped me with this problem, and feel free to do the same if you did with this problem over here. So, God bless you, and other instructions are: don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notification bell, like, share, and comment. You can also comment as a feedback as well, depending on any social media platform that you are on. If you are on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or anything. So that's all I can say. And until next time, goodbye.